Weekly Wednesday Live. I'm Natalie Hankins, career confidence and mindset coach, and today I will be sharing the 3 secrets to becoming the boss of your business. Say hi to me if you're joining me live, and let me activate the chat, and let's get right into it. So, the first secret is to trust yourself. Have your own back with the belief that you can achieve your ambitious business goals. I read the book Think and Grow Rich last year for the first time, and it really validated what I do as a career confidence and mindset coach because he talks about a secret. And I think I know what this secret is. We have to have the passion for what we do, that burning desire, and our purpose. And then also, we have to have that confident mindset, that belief that we can do it. And this book was written in 1937 by Napoleon Hill, and he was on assignment from Andrew Carnegie to interview and research the secrets of how the rich and famous grew rich, right? How they accumulated their riches. And he talks about the 13 principles of success. And one of the most important principles is having faith, faith that you will achieve your goal, and faith in yourself that you can do it. Self confidence is so important because it allows us to show up for ourselves no matter what other people think. When I first wanted to become a life coach, there was someone in my life who didn't think that I would be successful. This person did not believe that people would be willing to pay for my coaching. And while it was true that I didn't have any idea how to market myself, what I did have was confidence that I could help others. Because my whole life, I felt a calling to help others. And I feel like I have that special insight into how to do that. And so I had that belief that I could do it, that I would be a successful life coach. And that's what it takes, believing in yourself so strongly that it doesn't matter what other people think. If I had believed that no one would want to pay for my coaching, which was actually this person's limiting belief, I would not have invested in myself and my business, and I would not be making an impact in women's lives today. I would not be living my purpose. The most important determinant of success is the belief that you can do it. And this is what I learned from Brooke Castillo, founder of the Life Coach School, when I became certified in the mindset coaching. And she makes millions of dollars every year selling life coaching. So I encourage you to go all in on yourself, follow your passion, and have your own back with the belief that you can do it. As long as you have that passion for what you're doing and that confident mindset, you won't quit. You'll keep pushing forward. You won't let any obstacle get in your way, because there will be obstacles. We will fail. So what's important is that we learn from our failures and we keep pushing forward. So I don't know if you realize, but the cleaner, household cleaner Formula 409 actually got its name from the 2 scientists who were creating this formula, and it took them 409 tries before they came up with that formula. So, yes, we have to keep going, keep trying until we become successful, right? So, but you have to maintain that confident mindset, that belief that you can do it, and push through the failures. That's why it's so important to manage your mind. And I think Napoleon Hill said it best when he said, either you control your mind or it controls you. And this brings me to my second secret. You have to manage your mind to become the CEO that you want to become. Mindset is everything. We must be focused on a positive mindset. Only positive thoughts motivate us. And this is hard to do on your own because we tend to have we tend to believe the automatic negative thoughts that are coming at us every day. I was surprised to learn that according to the National Science Foundation, 80% of our thoughts are negative. Unfortunately, negative thoughts do not motivate us to take action. Only positive thoughts do. So it's so important to build our confidence with daily affirmations. So you can do this by acknowledging your daily wins. You've got to learn to celebrate yourself. What are your accomplishments? And I would love to see those in the chat, whether they be personal accomplishments or business accomplishments that you're proud of. And then I would like you to think about what are the core values that helped you to accomplish that. So, one of my most important accomplishments in my life was helping my son, who has autism, increase his verbal IQ by 29 points so that he can have conversations. So by the fifth grade, he was not able to have a conversation. And I was beginning to think that it wasn't possible until my friend encouraged me to homeschool. And I didn't want to do it, but I decided to go ahead, and because I had that passion, right, that burning desire to have a conversation with him, I continued looking for another therapy, right? Even though we had tried various therapies, and I found one that I could do with him at home to teach him relationship and language skills. And I am so glad that I didn't give up, that I kept pushing forward, because now I get to live in the miracle of having a conversation with him daily. So when I thought about it, my core value of determination and love and faith, those are the core values that kept me going, right? And until I achieved that goal. And those are the core values that will help me to become the businesswoman that I want to be. And so, what are the values? What are your core values and strengths? You can rely on those to become the boss that you want to be. And then make sure that you're programming your mind with those positive affirmations. So take a moment to think about what are your strengths and core values, and then create an affirmation, right? Record those, get them into the Think Up app. That's what I use, right? So when you record your affirmation, you can record your affirmations in your own voice. And then the app will play the background music, and it will play your affirmations in a continuous loop. So it's really nice. And, Napoleon Hill talks about that we need to program our minds, right, with this confident mindset. So that's how I do it. But I don't necessarily recommend listening to a bunch of meaningless affirmations that you don't actually believe. One of the most important things that I do for my clients is I help them find a more empowering thought that they also believe, right? And that's the tricky part, because we tend to believe as facts all of those automatic negative thoughts that are coming at us daily. So my own biggest limiting belief is I don't have time to do what I want to do in my business. And I do have 2 adult children with special needs still living at home, and I have medical needs myself. So I usually have multiple doctor appointments either to go to or to schedule. And because I've been believing this thought for so long, it's taken a lot of effort, a lot of self-coaching and coaching from my coaches. But once I realized that that thought was truly just a limiting belief, then I just decided I wasn't going to let that get in my way anymore. That's when I started paying attention to how long the things that I wanted to do actually take. And I was pretty surprised by what I was finding. For example, I was getting weekly allergy shots, and I was determined not to waste time as I had to sit there for 30 minutes after the shot. And so I would use that time to write a social media post. And they gave me this timer. So I timed it, and it only took 13 minutes to write a post. So I was thinking it took much longer than that. But, one thing that we learned in the life coach school is that we have to get really clear on our actual circumstances and the facts of how, our actual circumstances, because it's not our circumstances that create our results. It's our thoughts about our circumstances that create our results. So, once I got really clear on how long it took to actually make a post, well, then I was out of excuses, right? So, I noticed that there was this other strategy that I was also saying that I didn't have time to do. And my coach helped me to realize that it wasn't actually that I didn't have time. It was actually I was feeling uncomfortable doing it. So I would save that for last, and then I would run out of time, right? And so, this is why we all need coaches, because, if our coaches have to help us, right, overcome our own limiting beliefs. And now I have just decided that I'm not going to allow the thought, I don't have time, to steal my dreams. Instead, I'm going to get super clear on what my circumstances are and what exactly do I want to make time for, and how much time does that actually take, and then prioritize those things and schedule them on my calendar. And this is something that I teach my clients how to do with my time prioritization system. And then also with the mindset coaching is key to actually doing what's on your calendar. So, what are the limiting beliefs that are stopping you from achieving your dreams? Unfortunately, I'm here to tell you there's going to be more than one because we have up to 60,000 thoughts per day. And like I said, 80% of them are negative. It's so important to identify what those beliefs are and then focus on more empowering thoughts, which will motivate you to get into action, because ultimately our actions give us our results. This brings me to my third secret, which is to share your value consistently. And you definitely have to manage your mind in order to do this. If you don't, there's no way that you're going to be sharing your value consistently. And having a coach is so important for helping us to manage our minds and also for helping to push us out of our comfort zones, because we've all evolved from these primitive brains that want to keep us in the safety of exactly where we are today. Without my coach, I would not be sharing this information with you today. My coach told me to go live weekly, but it was taking so long to prepare that I didn't want to. I didn't think I could have time for it, right? There was that thought again. I used to spend 5 hours creating a script for my Facebook Live and then even more time practicing. And I decided after the first four, I decided I just don't have time for this anymore. And my coach called me out on my perfectionism and encouraged me to go live from an outline. And I resisted at first because I wasn't comfortable going live from an outline. But then I realized that that's what was necessary for me to get my value out weekly. And I also realized I couldn't continue to invest 5 hours plus per week in creating the Facebook Live. So I really had to have that breakthrough in my mindset. And again, the only reason why we don't do anything is because of our thoughts. So I had to have that mindset shift before I would even consider going live from an outline. And now that I'm getting more comfortable with it, I've recently had another mindset shift that is just a huge breakthrough for me. So I realized that this is how I am leveling up. When I become the CEO that can go live from an outline, and I'm doing it now through a Facebook Live, eventually I will get to the point where I can have my own podcast and go live through an outline. So, again, that's a huge breakthrough that I have, and it's important for me to get that down as an affirmation, right? So, you have to practice those thoughts that will help you become the person that you want to be. And that's how exactly how I can help you through the mindset coaching. So, part of getting our value out consistently is that we're going to have to get over our perfectionism. And if you have a hard time with consistency, watch out for perfectionism, because that might be what's getting in your way. More important than being perfect is having people know, like, and trust you. So don't be afraid to share about yourself and your personal life and how you help people. I believe that each person has their own unique value to share with the world. You can easily differentiate yourself just by being your authentic self. But your perfectionism will stop you from putting your value out into the world. And this is how we make money, because the value that we put out into the world will be returned to us in monetary form. And this is something that I learned from both Think and Grow Rich and the Life Coach School. So develop your plan of action. Every day you want to deliver value to your audience and make offers. If you're not following your plan, ask yourself, why not? Is it perfectionism? This is why mindset is so important, to get out of your comfort zone, get over your perfectionism, so that you're consistently putting your value out into the world. So, to summarize, the 3 secrets to becoming the boss of your business are: number 1, to trust yourself. Have your own back with the belief that you can achieve your business goals. Number 2, learn to manage your mind to become the CEO that you want to be. And number 3, share your value consistently. Having a mindset of confidence is the key to all 3 secrets. And this is why I have my own coaches, so that I'm consistently breaking through my own limiting beliefs and moving forward. If you are ready to move forward with the mindset of confidence so that you can finally get the results that you want in your business, I offer a free breakthrough session, and I will leave that link in the comments. Through one-on-one mindset coaching, we will help you move past your perfectionism, fears, and doubts that are stopping you from sharing your unique value so that you can make the money that you want to make in your business. I look forward to helping you achieve the mindset of confidence to become the successful CEO of your business.